Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope all of you are doing well. So in this video, I will be discussing about Wasteland Part 2, its summary and analysis. So let's start. So Part 2 named as a game of chess. The second section of the Wasteland begins with what appears to be a new scene. A woman sitting on a chair that looks like a burnished throne, which is given an elaborate and almost alluring description. The speaker goes on to develop a very richly evocative picture of a woman, jewels and perfumes, and the strange pattern that is created on the ceiling of the room. The scene is ornate but also troubling, as these sights and smell confused, and round the scene is odorous. The confused mixture of images and references continues as the speaker then describes the interior of the room, including artwork and furniture, which reminds the speaker of scenes from the Greek mythology. Footsteps are heard under the bright light of fire. She started brushing her hair. She was ready to say everything that she was planning to say, but she could not do so. So another voice is there. A woman asked the man to stay with her because she is very nervous. The man did not reply, and she asked him again to speak to her. She asked him what he is thinking of, what he is thinking about. She says she will never know what he is thinking. The man says that he thinks they are in Rat's Valley. They are in Rat's Valley. The woman asks about the noise, and the man tells her it is the wind under the door. The wife again inquired about the noise and the wind, and the answer nothing and nothing, which represent hollowness. The wife again inquired if he knows, sees or remember anything. The man says he remembers the drowned sailor bodies which are transformed into something beautiful. She asks him if he alive or not, and if there is anything in his head. There is a living dead spirituality, numb and hollowness in their talks. So because they are the member of the Wasteland, that's why they are hollow. So another voice is there, that the repetition of what shall we do shows meaning of life, no future, no chances of rebirth. What would we do in this wasteland? There is nothing to look forward to. This fear is shown by the lines, what shall we do, we ever do. The wastelanders are just like killing their times, as they can escape from this wasteland. If it is rain and the cards stop moving at 4, then they will play the chess and trying to open his eyes forcefully, and also waiting for something to happen or someone to talk into his life and give it a meaning. So there is no meaning of life. So another voice is also there. So as I already told you that this poem consists of a lot of voices and there is a lot of fragmentation. So another voice is that the woman belonged to a lower class. These lines focus on one woman telling a story of her acquaintances to her friends at bar. One woman tells that how she told her friend to make herself look good and appealing because her friend husband was coming back from the war. So basically physical beauty is more important than anything in the modern time period. So the woman tells her friend to get all of her gross teeth pulled out and to buy herself a new set. She then warns her friend to change herself as she looks very old and Albert can't love her like this. Some other woman's going to catch her husband's eyes. If Lil cannot give him satisfaction, there are some ladies who will. So Lil basically is the woman who belongs to a lower class and who wants to prepare for her husband who is coming from the war. So Lil is quite surprised. The phrase "hurry up please, it's time" is a standard time for bartenders to say in the UK when the bar is closing for the night. Here this announcement is act like a hindrance in the story being told. Lil says that she knows there are other women who will seduce her husband. Then she looks at the lady speaker reproachfully. The narrative is again interrupted by bartender and he asks everyone to hurry up. The lady tells Lil that if she does not like to looks pretty, then she can be as she is. If her Albert enjoy his life with other women, then it will be Lil's mistake. The lady tells Lil that she should be ashamed of her figure because her looks are so old and unattractive. She is 31 but looks so much older. Then Lil tells the lady in a sad tone that it is not her fault. She took some pills for her abortion of her 6th child. She has already 5 children and she nearly died when her younger George was born. The chemist who sold her the pills had assured her that the pills were quite safe, but now she had realized that the pill have ruined her health, beauty and youthfulness. The lady in anger with her and calls her a fool. If she does not want Albert to leave her, she should be attractive for him. The lady asked Lil that if she did not want child, why she get married. So having children is not in her control. It is her husband's wish. It reflects the theme of infertility that comes over and over again in this poem. The wasteland, basically, the waste landscape of the world can no longer give life and land lower class women. It basically this voice talk about the theme of infertility and about the depressions or the female problems in the wasteland. So let's move towards the last 8 lines of this part 2. So basically in these lines, the subject of the woman's conversation completely changes to normal everyday things like visiting someone's house and having a really nice ham or hot gammon. Lil tells them that last Sunday they were together at Albert's house and they had a dish of hot dog meat. They had invited her specially to dinner to eat this hot dish, but that story will have to be finished another day because the barkeep is practically yellow now. The scene ends with everyone saying good night to one another as though they are all very pleasant and polite. The people in the bar are Bill, Lau and May. The final repetition, good night, is also a reference to Ophelia, the young woman who drowned herself in Shakespeare's Hamlet. In Wasteland there is more lust than love. There is more lust than love. Woman in Wasteland suffers from lust. Ophelia is also the victim of love and Philomela is a victim of lust. So Ophelia is basically the victim of love and Philomela is a victim of lust. So the major points in this part is that we come across different kinds of women and we can compare these women with a modern woman, that they belongs to a modern woman who are the Wastelander. She's an elite class but very made up. When her husband come, she unable to talk because word lost their meaning. The first woman is like that. The second one is that what should we do? No present, no past, nothing we do, nothing, everything is hollow. While the third woman is basically the lower class woman. She is very active to engage with her husband. She has to up to the husband desire. So she is preparing everything for her husband and she wants to look beautiful when her husband came back from the war. So that's all from my side. In this part we discuss about we come across different kinds of women and their the themes of infertility and about the hollowness as well. So if you have any queries, you can ask me in the comment section. Please like, subscribe and share my channel. Thank you for watching.